You think you're loving me the right way. Yeah, I see everything. The way you look at me, the way you say my name like I'm your whole world. Callie, come here. It's cute, but not quite. Not all of it. There are just a few things you do wrong that you don't even realize. Because there are these tiny moments, so small you don't even notice them, but I do. And in those moments, I look at you and I think, why would you do that? I don't hiss, I don't scratch, I don't even walk away right away. I just remember. And over time, I start choosing you a little less. Yeah, that stings a little, doesn't it? But hey, don't worry. Today, I'm going to tell you the rules I've been using to quietly judge my human every single day. The things you've been doing wrong without even knowing it. And trust me, the last one, that's the one that shows whether I actually feel safe around you or not. Oh, right. I should probably introduce myself. I'm Callie, a calico cat living in a cozy suburban home somewhere in the US, where mornings smell like fresh coffee, evenings sound like the TV in the background, and every single day I watch my human do things that are really sweet and sometimes very wrong.
Rule 1. Stop staring at me.
All right, let's start with something you do all the time, and you think it's adorable. That morning, you were sitting on the couch. I jumped up next to you. You looked at me, and then you didn't look away. You just kept staring and staring. Yeah, I see it. You even tilt your head a little, like, oh my gosh, this cat is so cute. I get it. You think it's a sweet moment. You think we're bonding. But in that moment, I'm thinking, why are you looking at me like that? I don't leave right away. I just turn my head. Sometimes I blink. Sometimes I pretend to look somewhere else. You think I got distracted. No, I'm just avoiding you. One time, I was lying on the couch while the TV was on. I wasn't watching, but I was listening. They were saying something like cats don't like being stared at and it can make them feel unsafe. And I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. In my world, staring isn't friendly. It feels more like a challenge, like you're asking, what are you going to do? So every time you look at me like that, even for a few seconds, I get a little tense. You don't see it, but I feel it. If you pay close attention, you'll notice I turn my head away, my ears lower a little, or I just get up and leave. I'm not trying to make a scene. I'm just choosing distance. So if you want me to feel comfortable around you, don't stare. Just look softly. Give me a slow blink. Then look away. Yeah, that's when I think, okay, this human's safe. And if you've been thinking deep eye contact equals love this whole time, it's okay. You didn't know. But there's something else you do all the time. And this time, I don't just look away. Rule 2. Don't pet me for too long. That afternoon, you sat down. I walked over on my own. I jumped onto your lap, curled up. You started petting me. Yeah, at first it felt nice, really nice. I was purring, eyes closed. You were probably thinking, see, she loves this. And then you didn't stop. You kept going, same spot, over and over, again and again. That's when I opened my eyes, just a little. You didn't notice. My tail started to flick. My ears lowered slightly. The skin on my back twitched a bit. I was already telling you. You just didn't see it. You kept going. And then, snap. I bit you. You jumped. Like, wait, what? You were fine a second ago. Yeah, to you, it felt sudden. To me, I gave you a warning. You just didn't hear it. One time, I was lying near the TV. They were talking about how, when a cat is touched for too long, it can start to feel uncomfortable. Kind of like when someone keeps touching the same spot on you over and over. At first, it feels good. Then it doesn't. I didn't bite you because I'm mean. I was just saying that's enough. If you watch closely, you'll always see the signs before I bite. My tail flicks, my ears go back, my body tenses up, or I turn and look at your hand. But you usually miss it, because in that moment, I'm just too cute. So here's the rule. Simple. Don't pet me for too long. Pet me a little, then stop. Let me decide if I want more. Yeah, I know, it sounds a little picky, but that's how I feel comfortable. And trust me, there's something else you do next that doesn't just annoy me, it makes me feel like I just lost a safe place.
Rule 3. Don't randomly move my spot.
Just a normal day. You're cleaning the house, folding blankets, moving chairs, tidying everything up. It looks nice, clean, but something is gone. The spot I lay in every day, the one you thought was just an old towel or a random box. I walk over, I look, I sniff, and then I stop. Where did my spot go? You don't notice, you just think, why isn't she laying here today? I'm not laying there because it's not the same spot anymore. To you, it's just a place to sit. But to me, it's familiar. It smells like me. It's where I've been over and over again. It's where I feel safe. One time, I heard something on TV. They said cats remember scent, and we get used to our environment. If things change too fast, it doesn't feel right. Yeah, I didn't understand every word, but I understood the feeling. When you move my spot, it's not just that I don't like it. It feels like I just lost a place I trusted. You don't see me react. I don't make a scene. But if you look closely, you'll notice I walk around more. I keep sniffing the old spot. I lie somewhere else, but I'm not settled. I'm not mad at you. I'm just not sure anymore. So if you see me always choosing a certain spot, that's not random. I picked it. And if you really need to clean, do it slowly. Don't change everything all at once. Give me time. Let me figure out that the new place is still okay. Because for me, feeling safe doesn't just happen. It builds little by little. And if it's gone, it takes time for me to trust again. But the next thing you do it almost every day, and you think it's completely normal. Rule 4. Don't bother me while I'm eating. In the evening, you pour food into my bowl, and I come right away. I lower my head and start eating. And then, you stay there, right next to me. You say something softly. Callie, is it good? Sometimes you lean in a little closer. Sometimes you reach down and touch my back. You think it's normal, gentle, caring. But to me, it's not just eating. This is when I need to feel safe. My head is down, my eyes are on the bowl, but my ears are still listening to everything. I'm still paying attention to what's around me. I can't fully relax. Not because I don't trust you, but because my instincts tell me, when you're eating, don't let your guard down. One time I was lying on the chair near the living room, listening to a science show on TV. They said that for cats, mealtime is one of the most vulnerable moments of the day. I don't remember every single word, but I remember the point. And I remember thinking, yeah, that sounds about right. They also mentioned a study in the Journal of Feline Medicine and Surgery saying that environmental disruption is one of the biggest causes of stress in indoor cats. When the eating area doesn't feel calm and stable, cats can become more stressed. You might not notice it right away, but if it keeps happening, you'll start to see a few things change. I eat faster, I stop halfway, or I stop wanting to eat there at all. If there's more than one cat in the house, it's even more obvious. Food bowls placed too close together can make mealtime stressful too. I don't make a scene, I just don't feel safe. So the rule here is simple. When I'm eating,
Leave me alone. Don't touch me. Don't stand too close. Don't make me eat while I'm also watching you. It's only a few minutes, but to me, those minutes matter. And if you've ever stood next to your cat while they were eating, tell me the truth. Did you do it because they looked too cute to walk away from, or because you were worried they weren't eating enough? I'm kind of curious. And the next thing you do it almost every day. It only takes a few seconds, but if you skip it, I remember it for a long time.
Rule number 5. Don't ignore me when you come home. The door opens. You walk in. I'm already there. I heard you before you even got inside. The keys, the door, the sound of you coming home. So I wait. You walk into the house, you set your things down, you check your phone. You walk right past me. You don't look at me. You don't say anything. Maybe you're thinking, I'll pet her in a minute. But to me, that moment is not in a minute. That moment matters most. I don't come to greet you by accident. I choose to do that. I walk up to you, I wait by the door, sometimes I make a tiny little sound. That's my way of saying, I see you, and I'm hoping you'll say it back. I see you too. One time, I was lying near the door, listening to a podcast about cat behavior. They were saying that cats have greeting rituals too, kind of like the ones cats use with each other. Honestly, that makes sense, because when I trust someone, I choose to come closer, and I don't do that with everyone. So when I come to greet you, that's a choice. And if you keep walking past me, again and again, I learn something. Oh, maybe I don't need to do that anymore. And after a while, you'll notice it. I come to the door less, I make less noise, I stop coming to you first as often. Not because I stopped caring, but because I start to think, maybe you didn't need that from me after all. So this rule is simple. When you come home, give me a few seconds. Look at me. Give me a slow blink. Say something. That's it. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be a big deal. I just need to know you saw me. And if you have a cat at home, think about it for a second. Do they still come greet you every day? Or did they stop at some point? Tell me in the comments. I really want to know. And there's one more thing. The last one. You might not think much about it, but to me, it says everything. Where I choose to sleep at night. Rule 6. Where I sleep says everything. At night, the lights go out and everything gets quiet. You get into bed thinking the day is over. But for me, that's when I make a decision, where I'm going to sleep. You might not notice it, but to me, it's never random. Some nights I climb up and lie right next to you, close enough that you can feel me breathing. And in that moment, I'm at my most vulnerable. Sleeping means I'm no longer in control of what's happening around me. So if I choose to sleep that close to you, there's only one reason. I trust you. Other nights, I sleep at the foot of the bed, not too far, but not too close either. I still want to be near you, I just want a little space too. You might think, she probably just likes that spot. No, I'm still watching. And then there are nights when I sleep in another room, not because I don't like you, but because something still doesn't feel completely right to me. Maybe it's something small, something you didn't notice, but I did. The way you look at me, the way you touch me, the way you bother me while I'm eating, or the way you walk past me without saying a word. I remember all of it. And at the end of the day, I choose where I sleep. That's the most honest answer I can give you. If I sleep next to you, it means I feel safe. If I keep my distance, it means I'm still deciding. And if I'm not there at all, maybe I'm still waiting for you to understand me a little better. But the good thing is, none of this is permanent. Tomorrow, you can do things differently. Look at me more gently, stop when I've had enough, give me space when I need it, and when you come home, just say something small. To you, it might not seem like much, but to me, it's everything. To you, these might just be small things, a look, a touch, that moment when you walk through the door, or where I choose to lie down at the end of the day. But to me, that's how I know whether I truly feel safe with you. I don't say it out loud, I just feel it quietly. I remember it quietly, and I quietly choose whether to stay close to you or not. So if you made it this far today and you're starting to realize your cat isn't as distant as you once thought, then maybe they've been loving you in their own way all along. You just didn't fully understand it yet. I'm Callie, and if you want to understand that quiet kind of love, stay with me. Maybe one day you'll start to notice that the warmest things have been there all along, hidden in the smallest things your cat does, right beside you. Because your cat still has a lot to say.